Over the past 4 months, we here at More Pixels have been working on a game called Chord, and I can now very, very happily say we've released our first game and it is on the Google Play Store right now. Please do be sure to check it out, the link will be at the top of the description. Thank you, and let's get into the video. Hey everyone, I'm Brock from More Pixels and welcome to the final video in the development of our game Chord. The last video for Chord was uploaded around 7 weeks ago, as of when this releases. We had intended to release the game a lot sooner than we have, but we had some issues along the way. There wasn't a lot of content to actually add to the game, but there was a lot to figure out on the publishing side of the game. In the last video, I researched publishing. Since we thought we were close to being able to publish the game, I got that all set up and paid the sign-up fee. The whole thing of signing up for Google Console was actually really easy, and I expected it to be a lot more difficult than it was, but it really was just filling in our information and that was it. Also in the last video, we talked about different ads. We were just going to use the Unity ad system, but after we posted the video, we had a bit more of a chat about it, and we did see more benefit for changing to Google AdMob. Some of the benefits include better ads, better user experience, and also a better payout, which we definitely like the idea of. So, that's what I did. I followed the Google documentation of how to implement ads into Unity, and I got it all working. There were 3 different ads to include in the game. A rewarded ad to unlock the space level pack, another rewarded ad which the player can choose to watch to skip a level if they were stuck, and finally an interstitial ad that would be played after 5 attempts or levels played. With this done, we thought this would be the end of the ads, but it wasn't. With now having ads re-implemented into the game, it was time to actually finish the gameplay. The big thing that did take a lot of time in getting the game ready to publish was levels. We had barely got many levels implemented into the game and we still needed to plan all of the levels of the space pack. I did however manage to find some time where I was actually very focused and managed to finish all of the Ancient Temple levels. And in the meantime, Luke worked on planning out all of the space levels, which definitely saved us a lot of time. I then spent the next few days building out all of these levels in Unity. However, before I started building all of the levels, I did get a bit more art into the game, mostly for the space area. These things were a space-themed extendo cord, meteor art, enemy art, turret art, and the wormhole art. Something that I didn't showcase in the last video, but you may have spotted, was that there was new UI. Andrew created new UI for the game so that it wasn't just default UI, and it made it look a lot better. With having actual UI in the game, it started to feel a lot more complete and was definitely a morale booster to myself in getting the game completed. With having all of this done, we honestly thought we were ready to publish and the game was complete, aside from adding some small things such as some sounds and music and fixing a couple of small bugs. We realized that when we rushed through creating all of the levels, this caused some levels to be incompletable or have some wrong sprites which broke any immersion if there really could be any immersion in a small mobile game like this. I spent the next day or 2 going through every single level in the game, making sure they were possible and making changes to everything to make sure they were all great and looked good as well. One last thing to do was make some optimizations to the game to make sure it ran well on mobile devices, and this took an additional few days to get, as I have never really done optimizations before, and I had to figure out how to do it. Once all that was complete, we thought we were finished, so I looked up how to package the game, and I did that. I got it uploaded to Google Console and waited a few days for the game to get approved. This is where we tell you the game has actually been out for a little bit now. We didn't want to immediately tweet about the game or upload a video promoting it because we just wanted to make sure everything was working. And honestly, thank God we did that. The ads just weren't working at all, which meant there was no way to unlock the space pack and the level skip button would just show up and just didn't work. We spent the next few days trying to fix these things, but then eventually just gave up and decided to remove ads as we didn't have any luck fixing them, and we just wanted to share the game with everyone. We also had some UI issues which we think we managed to fix all of, but there may still be a couple issues which we'll fix in a patch in the nearby future. We're so glad we took this time to fix this stuff, because a lot of people might have just uninstalled the game thinking it wasn't a complete game, and it could have got us a bad review on the store, which wouldn't have been great going forward. And with all of that done, that brings us to the end of the development on Chord. We do still want to add a bit more to the game, such as level packs, but for now, we want to have a small break and move on to another project. Be sure to check the game out, the link is at the top of the description. While you're down there, please be sure to check us out on social media, as that way we'll be giving updates about Chord and the new project we start work on. Thank you all for watching, we really appreciate it. Goodbye.